What's going on, guys? It's your boy AB Boxing News. What a week for the heavyweight division. Yesterday, I've had the honor to participate in the press conference of one unified heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua, versus American Jarrell Big Baby Miller. I know you guys are gonna say it was on Jarrell Miller's behalf that he was, he did bad acting, or if it was serious, it was legit. I'm nobody to determine that, but I will say that it does feel good, or the energy to know that in boxing, that the heavyweight division is getting the attention that it's receiving that we haven't gotten in such a long time, and it feels good that we have a lot of media like myself. We have a lot of fans. We have promoters. We have radio stations, all that good stuff, right? Like, it feels good that to talk about it, because we know the importance of what the heavyweight division means for boxing overall, And before I start my perspective on what Max Kellerman said, I just want to get it cleared that I am not in the inner circle of Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua or one Eddie Hearn or one Al Heyman. I know that a lot of people might think that I attack Anthony Joshua or attack Deontay Wilder. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I keep it neutral. Like, if I know or if I feel like Deontay Wilder's wrong, I'm gonna let him know. Just like Anthony Joshua, if he's wrong, I'm gonna let him know. But you guys gotta understand that I gotta be objective, right? And I know there's a couple of media outlet. I'll give you some example. There's the Brody Barbershop. There's Blue. There's I don't remember the names off the top of my head. They have been very they've been in favor of Deontay Wilder, which they have a right to, and they know more things about the situation on in Wilder's behalf than I do. So I'm gonna say something, right? When it comes to Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and one Tyson Fury, just to know that we're living in an era where we haven't seen such a unique personality and skill sets in such a long time. You get me? Because while growing up, right, I was honestly bored of the heavyweight division. I wasn't even intrigued. I wasn't interested. I wasn't excited. And it's not to blame Vladimir Klitschko or any of the heavyweights of the last 15 years or so, right? Because there was no excitement. These guys didn't bring a great energy or any you couldn't relate with these guys, in other words, right? And then comes Max Kellerman, who's been in the game. He was an HBO commentator. Now he does ESPN First Take. And on ESPN First Take, he talked about how Joshua, Wilder, and Fury are ushering in a golden era of heavyweights, which basically was saying that because of these individuals, they're bringing boxing back to the promised land of the golden era of heavyweights. So one thing I just want to clear out is, no, we can't compare this era of heavyweight boxing to the golden era, you know what I mean? Like the Muhammad Ali's and all that. It's wrong for me to say, oh, it's just like that. No, like let that era, like Muhammad Ali's or Mike Tyson era, like all that, let it be their own era, because each era was unique in its own way. So with this era, it's unique in itself, because now it's like with social media, social media playing a big influence in these individuals' careers. We have two great Brit fighters and Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and then we got the American fighter and Deontay Wilder. They, honestly, for me, right, there are three individuals that have a great upbringing stories. They three of them have their own unique personalities. On Deontay's perspective, is like he's the only American heavyweight champion, which is well commended. He's the longest reigning champion right now in boxing. And then you have AJ. He has three out of four of the main world titles. He's a big public figure in the UK, and the way his demeanor, his style is I think by far one of the elites, in my opinion. And then you have Tyson Fury, a guy that beat the man, and Valley McClitchko retired. He was going through drug overdose, depression, whatnot, and then for him to overcome all that, and especially knowing his skill sets, being very mobile, like literally just fighting like a welterweight, and to apply that and as a heavyweight, that's legit himself. So just to backtrack a little bit, right? In life, in reality, we always like to get spoiled, and once we get something, we want more and more and more. And unfortunately, in boxing, it's like we're so passionate, and we're always here attacking point A, point B, B, C. In this case, Wilder, Joshua, Fury. Why each fight is not happening besides the Fury and Wilder. And as much as I feel that your guys' pains and whatnot, like at the end of the day, let's enjoy this ride. Let's enjoy the criticism. Let's enjoy the passions. Let's enjoy this road, because I feel like once this road is over and all this domino effects lay in play, we find out the final outcome. It's like, wow, like, is this really over? But of course, it's always going to be as one chapter ends, a new beginning starts, or whatnot, right? So, let this tension marinate. Let it stir in our system. And don't get me wrong, cheer for the fighter you want, because you have a right to do it. And whatever you think, or what your opinion, or if I'm wrong, then that's okay. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty about boxing, because we're so excited. We want all this, and to have a voice out there is the most beauty about this. And to apply it at the heavyweight division, it's very beautiful. And Max Kellerman brings a good point. Stephen A. Smith even said himself that like I said, he thinks that this is it is coming back, but it's not like before, which is right. And then don't forget, let's add some other key players. We got Jarrell Miller, another figure himself. Like, he's very entertaining. Like, he knows how to talk. He just knows how to entertain all of us, regardless if he's good or if you guys don't think he's good or not. Luis Ortiz is not a talker, but damn, for a 41-year-old, like, damn, that dude could bang. Like, he gave Wilder a hard time. So what I'm saying is, yes, Wilder's with Showtime, Fox, not contractually. He's not in a contract, but he's with them right now, affiliated with them. Joshua's exclusive in the Zone. Tyson Fury's on ESPN. Could it happen where one could go to the other network? It could happen. Could they co-join? Of course it could happen. It's just a matter of time. Like I said, boxing's like writing a book. It's a storytelling. They want to maximize the book as much as possible. And is it right? No, but it is what it is, and we have to appreciate that. And somebody that is good at telling a story or narrative is Max Kellerman himself, and he knows the special qualities that these fighters bring to the table. And it's gonna happen. It's going to happen. It's a good time to be a boxing fan. I think that these three individuals and other heavyweights that I mentioned in my video are some of the reasons why I believe that boxing is finally being revered and appreciated in American boxing, or in the mainstream in America, because it is like 7th or 8th major sport in the U.S. market. And shout outs to all my Brits, my UK, everybody else in the country. Like, you guys are heavy. You guys roll deep in boxing. Like, I love it, and that's what I mean. So, gear up, guys. Joshua Miller, June 1st. Tyson Fury, ESPN, and Deontay Wilder should be fighting in May. Let's start this party, man, and I hope you guys are excited as well. Just be patient. Keep commenting. Let your hearts out. Say what you say. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. Just enjoy the ride, guys. Peace.